Alright, so I got this rad little guy in the mail yesterday, and I thought, what better way to dive in and test this thing out than a day of just vlogging my life. So I wanted to dive in real quick over a little rooftop coffee hang, talk about something that I haven't seen anyone else on the internet talk about yet, and that is this guy right here, the lens. If you clicked on this video because you saw in the title that it's a Osmo Nano vlog, well, that's exactly what it is, but I don't want to dive into any of the specs because I think plenty of other channels do a great job and have already done a great job. This thing launched quite a few days ago at this point, so everyone's covered all of that stuff. But I want to talk about one thing that I haven't seen anyone talk about yet, and that is the lens and ND filters. When I saw this thing launch and I was comparing it side by side to the Action 5, I kind of had this sneaking suspicion that the threads on the inside were the same size. And while most people on the internet are saying that the threaded filters for the Action 5 won't work for this thing, I'm here to tell you that is not true. Like I said, I had a sneaking suspicion seeing the size of it. The variable ND filter that I had on the Action 5 though went around the entire lens. It didn't thread on, but it was 3 to 5 stops, and the one that just pressed on was 1 to 5, so it worked better kind of for my day-to-day. But I'm here to tell you that today, this threaded variable ND filter, this is the newer one. It's 3 to 5 stops, which also means that the small rig one definitely will fit. And let's go ahead and just show you guys real quick. It's got this little like rubber seal on there too, of course, because it's waterproof. So let me just show you real quick. Look at that, threads on. And of course, this makes your rig quite a bit bigger, but there it is. That's simple. Threaded right on. 3 to 5 stops of variable ND on the Osmo Nano. Obviously you don't have to have a variable ND filter or any ND filter on this thing for it to just do the job. To be able to adjust the light and of course get a little bit more of a cinematic feel if that's important to you, you definitely can do it, and you definitely can rock these variable ND filters. I'm sure other companies will come out with their version of it, and maybe someone will come up with one that's a little bit smaller, because obviously this that adds quite a bit of size to the Nano. And I'll go ahead and link both of the ones that will definitely work with this below. Again, I'm sure more will come out. We're gonna go ahead and slam this coffee, we're gonna hop on the bike, and then we're gonna bring this guy along for the bike ride today and see what kind of clips we can get. Let's get after it. We're almost to Golden. I have just the little pill piece in my hand right now. It's crazy to hold this. But we're next to a highway, and I wanted to test the audio while we're moving on the bike. So let me just make sure I framed up this shot right. Insane, absolutely insane. Made it to Golden. It's 13 miles from my house to this point, so perfect lunch ride. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fast today. Obviously, I was kind of focused on testing this thing and getting some cool shots with it. So yeah, made it to the river. Gonna dip my feet in. Probably a little too cold to get all the way in today, but get the feet in and maybe test this. I'm pretty sure too, they said that the pill part, not the screen, but the lens and pill are waterproof. So I guess I should test that. Let's try it out. So all the clips that you're seeing from now until the end of at least the bike ride are with the variable ND filter. I figured some motion in the water, and of course a bike ride would be the perfect way to kind of show you the differences, and then show you of course how we can do bike rides with motion blur. So when you don't have a variable ND filter on these action cameras, typically Typically it compensates for high lights or super sunny conditions with super high shutter speeds. So the variable ND filter, most people put it, it's like putting sunglasses on that, and allows you to run a lower shutter speed, which allows for motion blur. Hopefully that had some motion blur. Anyways, for the rest of the clips on this bike ride, we're gonna have some motion blur. Alright guys, so we're back at the house now after the ride. I'm filming on the Sony right now and letting the little Osmo Nano charge up. Been using it since 6 this morning, so yeah, things been killing it though. The battery's honestly pretty badass on it, and I'm curious to know though on the ride back if you guys saw much of a difference in the motion blur. Like I mentioned, all the clips on the way back were with the ND filter. So I tossed that thing on and wanted to do it by the river so I could get some motion blur with the water and then some motion blur riding back. And I'm curious if something like that even matters to you. If you're someone who uses regular cameras or action cameras or whatever, are you an ND filter kind of person, or would you rather run auto settings and have the camera kind of adjust for you as you go? I'm kind of in the middle right now. I enjoyed the ride out because I didn't have to think much. I didn't have to think much about ISO or shutter speed or anything, and you're still able to use the 10-bit D-Log, which is super rad. But of course, I also enjoy some motion blur. So on the way back, overall, I think I'm gonna like the look of that footage better, but honestly, there's something to be said about convenience, especially when you're using a little camera like this. So I need to get some work done because I definitely slacked on that a bit this morning. So I'm gonna get cleaned up, hit the sandwich shop and grab some lunch, and then we're gonna hit the co-working space and get some work done. And of course, I'm gonna bring you guys along and film the rest of the day on this thing. So along with the theme of keeping this thing convenient, a little hidden or inconspicuous, I'm gonna take off the variable ND and film the rest of the day with just the stock lens. So we're not gonna get that beautiful motion blur, but I'm gonna see what kind of clips I can get with this thing and see how creative we can get with it. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to get this thing loaded into a timeline, make a pretty simple vlog, get this thing uploaded, and get it published tomorrow. So let's get after it. Alright, I can't even lie to you guys. I am packed with food, with sandwich. But I needed it. I needed that sandwich and I needed that cookie. Anyways, we're heading to the co-working space now, have a ton of stuff to catch up on, and we'll obviously keep recording there. Luckily, I think I can hide this thing pretty well, so we'll try to get a few clips in there, and we'll just keep on keeping on. After that, I'll probably grab some dinner to take home and just chill out for the night, and maybe even just cut this vlog there, do an outro. I obviously had some ideas around this camera, so I want to talk about that too at the end of the vlog. Alright, so this itty bitty camera. Do I love it? I don't know. I can't tell you. It's the first day of using it. It's the first video with it. And after reviewing some of the clips, I think I'm a little confused by a lot of the stuff I saw on the internet. I think in my head, I'd set it up, start it up, throw it into D-Log, set it to a high bitrate, and some really crazy footage would come out of it. But that wasn't really the case after reviewing some of the footage. But I still love it, and I still love the idea that you can just take this apart and have two separate pieces, but also just have this little guy to take all your clips on. And will I use it in my everyday kit? Well, for now, I think I'll keep using it on the bike at least, but with the rumors kind of circulating around the internet that the Osmo Action 6 is gonna have a 1-inch sensor, maybe that'll be the move coming up real soon. Either way, I had a ton of fun with this thing today and kind of learning a new system and kind of figuring out a workflow with this thing, because it's just so different than anything that I've that I've ever used before as far as cameras go. I think in my head I thought, oh, it's just gonna be like the action cameras that I use, but something about just carrying this little guy around really does it to me. And I think I'm probably gonna continue experimenting with the ND filter that I had shown throughout this video, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. Anyways, it's about 6:30 p.m. I'm pretty stoked on this camera, but I need to get some food in me. I need to get this video edited up, and I need to get it uploaded because I promised myself I was gonna upload it tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you ended up sticking around this long in the video, I appreciate it so much. I've never really done a video quite like this one where I kind of review a camera and also bring it along in my day-to-day vlog. But if you liked it, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment and like and do all that stuff, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for checking it out. Peace. Also, just like real quick, let me show you guys this view. I only have the 16 to 35 up here with me, but can't get enough of it. All right, I'm out of here for real this time. Peace, guys.